Welcome to the Circle of Grace One. I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. The Circle of Grace One was founded on July 2nd, 1999 A.D. under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. And I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. This is my spiritual and metaphysical ministry. And of course, the Circle of Grace One, being founded over 12 years ago, also 2 years ago gave birth to its own spiritual and metaphysical institute called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. And that is what these every Wednesday morning shows and Wednesday evening shows are all about. It's given everybody an opportunity all around the world to be able to listen to the spiritual teachings of the Circle of Grace One. Now, I'm not the only one on the planet issuing these teachings. I'm sharing these teachings right now for free right here at ustream.tv. So you can join me at about between the hours of 11 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. every Wednesday morning. This is live webcast number 153. And we'll be back later on at about 6:30, 6:45 p.m. tonight with live webcast number 154. Now today, of course, we're shooting through here. It's Wednesday, September the 14th. We're in the third quarter moon cycle of Pisces, and I'm one of those Pisces people. And I'm around a lot of Pisces people right now, so it's kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of college days when I lived in a dorm, and there was a lot of predominantly people born under the sign of Pisces or all under the water signs sharing a dorm, a small dormitory. And so, when you got a lot of water coming together, water rises and water rushes. Now, before I begin today's program, and I'm going to actually be teaching from a stream of writing that I've been doing, the spiritual grandmothers that my spiritual teachers from the borders of In the Light have been coming forth and urging me to write, Bishop Francis, write. And so I've been writing. Now, what's very interesting is I'm sharing things that I'm feeling, not only things that are just out in the world, but things that I am feeling. And what's beginning to take place is allowing other people to realize they're not the only ones going through these similar deep-rooted changes that are going on. And one of the things I want to talk about today, so that we get a firmer understanding, and because the Spirit is really on me, and my ancestors are coming across the light in my dreams, talking a lot, and wanting me to get this information out. So I want to get this information out to you. Now, before I do that, I also want to let you know that you can reach me through an email at iam.circleofgrace1@yahoo.com. That's iam.circleofgrace1 through circleofgrace1@yahoo.com. Or you can write me at Bishop Francis, written as one word, at circleofgrace1.net. Now, I haven't done anything with that Spiritual Gateway website, so if you want to order something there, the only thing that you will be able to order right now will be the Two Bears e-newsletter. It's a prepaid subscription. You can get 6 copies a year. If that's all you want, is 6 subscriptions, 6 months worth, and that's for $25, payable through PayPal right there at the website. Or if you want a 12-month subscription, you pay $45, and again, you get this right to your inbox in basically in a PDF format, so that you'll be able to read it. And right now, as I say, this equipment that I have limited equipment, but it is giving me the breadth and the width to do my work and get it out faster. So, of course, these Apple iPad 2s are fantastic, and I'm able to get out a PDF right out there to people to see. Now, also, before I start with this opening prayer, I also want to let you know you can call me on my Skype number, and I get it right here. It's 973-685-5978. Call it Monday through Fridays between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Leave your full name, 10-digit phone number, and just say, Bishop Francis, I've been watching your shows. Here's my email address, and I would like to get some more information. I'm beginning to, because I'm in the process of maybe relocating really soon, so, maybe in the next 2 months I'll be off of the East Coast and heading on the way to the South Coast, and I'm going to conduct a lot of this work online, teaching live online at least once or twice a month, maybe 3 or 4 times a month on a weekly basis other than the shows. And so people are going to be able to get this information. They're going to be able to groove with it. You're going to be able to get in touch, and it's going to be done at a feasible price. It'll be something that everybody will be able to work with. This is good information, and I wanted to share it. And of course there's always a seed that we plant into it, and so you're not just planting a seed in a literal way into my life, but you're also planting a seed into your own life. And so there's going to be this golden opportunity. And what's going on right now, I'm blogging just about every day now at WordPress.com. All you got to do is go to WordPress.com, or simply go http://circle of grace with the number 1 added .wordpress, WORDPress.com, and you can go. I've got 12 blogs there already. I've been blogging since I think September the 3rd, and so I'm blogging away. And I blogged away early this morning with a prayer that came out of me that turned into a poetic essay, all in itself. And I'm sharing these with the world because the Spirit is calling for it, not just Mother Earth, but the spiritual grandmothers that are teaching me from the other side. My own grandmothers are coming to me to say, get this out, Bishop, get it out, get it out, get it out. And so I'm sharing. I've been sharing my artwork. You can see some of it on Facebook, or you can go to artcreationsmagazine.com and go to and look up Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, and you can see some of my previous graphic artwork designs. I'm beginning to lay all this out, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to New Mexico to participate in the artistic scene, to show off my work out there. There's something there for me to see and do. So I'm going to give you this opening prayer, and then I'm going to give you one of my other numbers, 2 numbers, phone numbers to reach me through divine power and by divine grace. In fact, as I give you this prayer, I want you to take a look at nature. By divine power and by divine grace. And let me give you a little gem there. A little gem that you can see right there, okay? Put that right up there, a little gem, and you've got some other things here. I want you to feel the spirit of life itself. And hopefully that'll sit there, right there. I want you to know that this is an opportunity for you to share in your own greatness right now. This is that time frame where all things are coming forward for you and I. In this greater moment, life is blessing us with wholeness. Life is blessing us with a new reality called ourselves. And this is our divine opportunity to be able to reach forward, our divine opportunity, and come in contact with our own level of grace. This is our opportunity to share in the beauty that God is presenting to us right now. The Holy Spirit is giving to us right now. And I want you to have this opportunity. I want you to know that this opportunity is there for you also. So may you wake up now. May you move forward diligently. The time that Spirit is calling you, may you respond. May you step up and rise. May you move forward. That there is this greater opportunity that is waiting to move forward. Just like you see this natural scene right now. This natural scene that's speaking to me is now speaking to you. The gentle breeze in the air. That's being given to us. That's moving through us. The gentle light that bursts down onto the grass is being given to us. A form of prosperous intentions. A form of prosperous, abundant wellness. A form of prosperous, abundant wellness, beauty, harmony, greater understanding, but also a divine oneness. This is now not just the world outside of ourselves, but it's becoming to be the world inside of ourselves. So I want you to take this with you, and I want you to be well with it, and I want you to rise with it. And I want to leave a greeting here for those who are with me at this time. And I just want to say here blessings this morning into my chat room, just for anybody that's come. Blessings and divine grace greetings. Okay? Because this is our opportunity now to be in the moment. Be in the moment that is swirling through us, bringing us webs and cords of light that we need to take away so that we can see. This is not a time to lay blame. This is a time to speak from our heart. And this is our opportunity to move forward with the goodness that's awaiting us, see. Because if we move forward with the goodness that's awaiting us, we move forward and we know that Spirit is going to be moving itself through us. Now, if you should ever come here, the purpose of the chat room is you can leave a question, you see, and then I'll see your question and I can answer it directly. Now, if you want to call me at another number, you can. That number, Circle Grace 1 mobile number, is 908-878-2978. That's 908-878-2978. And you can simply call that number Monday through Thursday only right now between the hours of 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. But if you call that Skype number between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., then what happens is that 973-685-5978, you just leave a message there and I get back just as soon as I can. A lot of people are beginning to connect now with the Circle of Grace 1 in different ways, and we're just laying this information out. If you'd like to listen to a divine awareness, a divine decree, a multi-purpose decree, you can call 505-717-4722. 24 hours a day, you'll hear this multi-purpose decree. It lasts almost 2 minutes, but I leave it there for a period of wellness, of infinite wellness. So when you play it, you can listen to it, and perhaps you will find an inner message there for you, something that will serve you right then and there. And you can call back as many times as you want and keep replaying it and keep replaying it. We're going to try to keep that number 505-717-4722. I want to keep that number as long as I can for you to get that message. And this is the message for this year that you hear on there. And I may change it every quarter, every 6 months, every 9 months. I just might leave it there year to year. But, you know, every year I might make that change. So I just want to bring that to you. And I want you to go to circleofgrace1.wordpress.com. There are 12 blogs there. Some that are very poetic, some are essays. There's even something there called Two Bears Tweeting Away. And that's because on the site, my pen name is Bishop Francis Two Bears. And that is in honor to my e-newsletter called Two Bears, which is a double dose of double dose of spiritual remembrance and divine grace. So it's an opportunity for you to step into that and get that information. But what I want you to do is, through this prayer of holiness, amen, that this is your day, that you see something different for yourself and with yourself. It's all about these changes, as I said, these inner changes, and all these outer changes, all these things that we see going on outside ourselves. Some of it may be initiated in other ways, who knows. However, we do know this, that whatever collective humanity is thinking, whatever collective humanity has at the deepest wellness of its own emotional nature, the collective consciousness, That's what we see happening on the outside. So we might see an electrical storm, a windstorm, a rainstorm, a hurricane, a twister, an earthquake. We might see and experience these things, but they're not happening because we're doing something wrong per se. They're happening because this is an accumulation of things that have been pent up inside of us that's going on. So it's a greater dance, really. And it is time for all of us to combat, C-O-M-B-A-T, to fight off fear. Even the Ascended Master Sananda in his time said, you have nothing to fear but fear itself. But what was he saying? We've had people like Jose Silva, the late Jose Silva, who developed the Silver Mind method, who say you have fear is what? False expectations appearing real. So you're expecting something to happen, but it's not real yet. It's not taking place within you yet. But you're feeling this about to take place. So we have to get into the root of our consciousness. We got to get into the root, the deeper core, which for us in our streams of consciousness is the subconscious. Because so many seeds have been planted. So many thought patterns, those are seeds, that have been planted. So many core issues have developed through our thinking process. We know the brain creates electrical impulses. The heart is the real brain of the body. And it's the heart that's where the soul consciousness is, just moving out into the world, your world. I have mine moving through my world. But it's all divine energy. And we have to study it. We have to study ourselves. We are part of what we have to study. We're all energy. We have this body and the divine consciousness streaming through it and streaming from it, right? Like a radio, putting it out there. So we have to come in touch with that. Doesn't matter if you're a gazillionaire or think you're somebody with no cash flow. Not any cash flow whatsoever. Everybody is radiating energy. All of us. Radiating energy. The most wealthiest person could be running around inside with false expectations appearing real. Everybody has to work on themselves. Everybody has to find somebody to partner with so that you keep each other on your path of enlightening yourself. When Siddhartha finally slept and began to meditate and receive his messages under the Bodhi Tree, I'm just shortening it, he came into himself, but he had to turn himself inside out. Isn't Mother Earth turning herself inside out, releasing? Isn't Mother Earth expressing herself inside out? Isn't Mother Earth and the forces of her nature pulling through, dropping huge sums of water? But all of this is coming up. We're not separated from it. We're a part of what we see going on. So we have to work on it. I want to, something that I wrote this morning, and I wrote it at about 3 a.m., prayer time. And it started out like inside of me like a prayer, and I didn't even write it out. The beauty of it, I didn't write it out at first. It was just channeling it. Channeling a message from my heart. And this is what was channeled from my heart. It was called, originally, not even titled, it was just called Rise. And as I began to focus on the word rise, I began to see images of what rise represents. Now, sometimes I would take long ago the letters. I could do it Kabbalistically. The letters. R is a solar energy, a fire energy. The letter I is another final fire energy that represents the staff within you, the spinal cord within you, where the kundalini can flow up, and that's where the S is. And E is the energy and the remembrance to rise. Now, you're going to see this in two parts here. We just had to shift off connections, and we're recording. We're still coming out and doing this. So what I'm going to do is, for a split moment, I'm going to tap us out and tap us back in. So stay with me. This is just 21 minutes, 22 minutes, but we're going to get this information out to the world right now. And bear with me.